Oh god, why did I remove my head? This was a terrible idea. I'm getting real dizzy. Can robots puke? I might puke.
Anyway. Oh yeah, this is where we're at.
Yep. Hello everyone, I'm Dean.
Damn, listen to that soundtrack go off.
Hell yeah.
Also, hopefully sound is finally good again.
Yeah.
Ugh. He's Dean.
I'm Dean. That's Donnie.
I'm Dean?
No, stop stealing my identity! There's our AD.
Hello,
He's also Dean.
I'm Dean.
Dang it! Alright, let's continue playing some more Ghost Trick.
Yeah, do it.
Alright,
Who are you talking to first?
the dog.
Oh, fair enough.
You're a
It's only my revenge.
you're a genuine.
Oh no. I might need more drink than caffeine.
Lubricate.
Detective Jowd is lying on the floor.
I'm glad you came along, Sissel.
Huh?
After all, you and I are the only ones who can bring Detective Jowd back to life.
Huh? That's right. Let's save him together.
Alright. Nope. All I can do is
Can you switch to missile?
no, shit.
Oh!
Too late now. I'm sorry.
Sorry for the wait, Detective Jowd.
Who are you? Are you Sissel?
Please excuse my appearance.
I can't believe you made it here. How is Camilla? And what about Lynn?
Well, it's kind of a long story.
We've got time. You can reverse it.
I told Detective Jowd about everything that happened on the submarine Yonoa.
So the submarine is badly damaged? Why would he do that to his own submarine?
I wish I knew. Is it? I think this is you. But just...
Here, I'll read it for now. I'll just read it until we get it revealed. I know the answer to that one.
Oh,
there you go. That's him. Dang! He called me.
I was thinking that there's... I know at some point... Anyway. I know the answer to that one. It's because he's afraid of my powers. You followed us? I didn't even notice. It's been 10 long years, Detective Jowd.
Are you Yomiel?
So I got a name trivia for you here, too, right?
Uh-huh.
So, Sissel and Yomiel's names have an obvious parallel, you know, to a degree. Mm-hmm. But to an extent, Sissel's name, she said it, would be like one who is capable of dying. Mm-hmm. Like, if it was like Koitsuga Shiseru, like he is able to die.
Alright.
Yomiel's name, the Yomi is like from Yomi Gairu, which would be to revive. I don't know.
That's interesting.
I don't know what the overall like parallel is there, other than you know, they're both like Yomiel's whole thing of like being a guy who is dying and reviving. He is ever reviving.
Alright.
But Sissel just dies. I don't know.
Alright. It's interesting. Sure.
So you remember me, do you?
How could I possibly forget?
So that's your real name, huh? Yomiel? That's right. But those people on the Yonoa were calling you Sissel. That's just an alias I was using for my deal with them. I didn't see any need to tell them my real name. Could you do me a favor? Would you let me ask you some questions? I've been trying to find out my true identity all night. Sure, go ahead. I'm sure there's plenty we can still tell you, right, Detective Jowd?
Right. 10 years ago, you were a top systems engineer, weren't you? System engineer? What's that? By the way, I'm a top Pomeranian, you know. Well, it's kind of hard to explain to a dog, but it's a person who's good at using computers.
I don't mean to brag, but I was one of the best in the industry. That's how I got roped into joining that project. Project? What project? It was a project aimed at reorganizing the nation's top secret information. The goal was to build a new system using multidimensional programming theory. I was asked to join the project by an agent of the government.
It doesn't sound like something a top Pomeranian would know about.
To me, it just sounded like another challenging job. However, this project was also the target of a secret plot. I bet you can imagine the kind of crime the nation's top secrets might attract. I never thought for the life of me I'd ever have to deal with spies.
It was never made public, but every organization in the country moved in on this one. And then one day, the name of a certain programmer emerged as a suspect.
I was the guy who built the core of the system.
The police arrested you, and then that incident happened.
He escaped from the interrogation room and took little Lynn as a hostage. By the way, Detective Jowd, when was it that I was proven innocent?
About 6 months after your death. I'm so sorry, Yomiel.
10 years ago. Oh shit.
Superman came to Earth.
Son Goku? My soul was split from my body, and I lost everything. I was sealed in eternal darkness.
It's my favorite GameCube game.
It's a good one.
I existed in this world, no question about that.
Oh shit, you better read.
But nobody noticed my presence. What good were my powers? They didn't help anybody. Not even the passage of time could heal my pain. In fact, it only made it worse. I wanted to disappear. But I wasn't even allowed to do that. The way Lynn described it is exactly right. Sinking slowly toward the bottom of an endless sea. An overwhelming feeling of loneliness and despair. And I wanted all of you to suffer for what I was suffering.
And so that's why you murdered Alma.
That's right. I wanted you to know what it was like to lose everything you cared about. I wanted you to feel the same pain I felt.
What?
It was the twisted wish of a mind poisoned by infinite loneliness. And then, as I was plotting my revenge, I had an idea. I came up with a plan to use these powers of mine to make a deal.
There's just something I don't understand about that deal. I'm sure your powers would be very valuable to them. But what would you get out of the deal?
A new life.
Life?
I asked them for 2 conditions. Number 1 was that they help me with my revenge plot. And the second was a rebirth for me.
Rebirth. A new beginning, huh?
I didn't care if it was a fake life, an artificial life. I just wanted a physical receptacle for my soul, a name, an identity, an everyday life. I wanted to grow old in a society that would accept me. And finally, I wanted to die, surrounded by a loving family. That's the kind of life I asked them for.
A completely man-made life.
That's right. I knew I couldn't hope for anything more than that. To make it all come true, I knew it would take a lot of money and a lot of power. That's why I decided to ask a national government to help me. And their response, in the end, was betrayal. God, we are just unloading the whole plot.
Right?
Just in case you didn't catch it.
They were making their moves much more carefully than I suspected. They sent spies to this country and researched my powers on their own. And they even figured out what Temsic was all about.
And you had no idea they were doing all this.
None at all. I was a fool. So then, why did they go to all the trouble of making a deal with you? Why didn't they just steal a hunk of the Temsic meteorite from the park? They couldn't. Huh? After the Manipulator incidents, research was conducted in this country too. A report was submitted to the government about the source of the Manipulator's power. By Inspector... Wrong guy. By Inspector Cabanella and the old pigeon guy, eh?
He didn't have to dance on his way in. He could have just been standing there.
He never has to, but he
No.
always do.
Yeah.
At first, the government didn't believe the report. But then, they decided to put the park under surveillance just in case. Surveillance, huh? It just looks like an ordinary peaceful park. but there are armed agents there at all times. What, that guy? Don't tell me that odd leaflet guy is one of them. No, not him. He's just a plain old odd person. Oh, okay.
Sure.
That park is like a silent battlefield on an international scale.
So that's why they couldn't steal the Temsic meteorite.
And lately, under the pretense of building a housing site, they've been working on a plan to destroy that park in order to secure the Temsic meteorite. So that's it, eh?
So the upshot of your grand deal was this, huh?
It's kind of crazy that like, Peter Pan-ass leaflet man is actually getting in the way of securing the rock. This man.
You think the national government would just pick him up and drive him somewhere, drop him off 300 miles outside the city?
Well, it's clearly not that kind of government.
Sure.
They clearly. I mean, maybe that would attract too much attention too. I don't know. Yeah, it's the ending I deserve.
But at least there's one thing you must be happy about.
What's that?
You've managed to seal me away at the bottom of a sea forever.
Well, shall we get started? Started with what? Bringing Detective Jowd back to life, of course. What? What good will that do now?
But we promised! We promised Miss Lynn and Miss Camilla we'd save them!
And we can't do that without you, Detective Jowd. I've been guided by fate tonight to this place. I won't give up now.
Alright, fine. Let's see where it leads us.
Here we go then. Back to 4 minutes before your death.
Let's go!
Oh boy,
We're going!
Back to the past.
We're here?
So, where are we headed? We are not headed anywhere, Detective. What? There was only enough fuel on board to launch us away, Detective. We will run out soon, and that will be our destination, Detective. What are you talking about? That would mean that you're trapped here too.
Oh shit.
Oh.
By the way, I am not human, Detective. Look at this funky man go.
Regular Harlem Globetrotter.
I am a remote-controlled robot, Detective. What? Your country's use of technology is just plain off. We get that a lot, Detective. Why would you go to all the trouble to do this? There's nothing but a shell there. It's hardly a threat anymore. Commander Sith likes to provide against any possibility, no matter how small, Detective. Possibility? What are you talking about? There is no need for you to know, Detective.
Oh shit, there is a
Holy
god.
There it is!
Now it is time to say goodbye, Detective. In the end, your fate remains the same, it seems, Detective. Camilla, forgive me.
Damn. He dead. It isn't over yet.
It isn't.
Remember what that big masked man said? Any possibility, no matter how small.
Possibility.
In other words, there must be a chance here somewhere. The possibility of turning this situation around.
I have no idea what the hell I'm gonna do.
Can we switch to Yomiel?
It's just
what?
him.
Yeah, maybe you didn't want to
Yeah.
jump right into that.
Alright.
Huh?
What is it, Detective?
Look at Yomiel's shell.
There's no aura emanating from his body. Of course there isn't. The Temsic fragment is gone. Could this change in his shell give us some kind of lead? It's about the only thing you can do other than talk to Missile.
Sure, let's talk about it.
Unless you want to have Missile move around.
So what do you think, Sissel? Do you think we can rescue Miss Lynn and Miss Camilla?
I can't say for sure right now. But we do have a lead. The change in Yomiel's shell. That's the key to this thing.
Then let's go grab that key.
Oh. Oh, jeez.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I figured it out. I know what this possibility, no matter how small, is that they're afraid of. What is it? My time was perpetually stopped, thanks to the power of Temsic. His body cycled between the moments that separated his life and its death.
Right, but not anymore. The Temsic fragment has been taken away.
Exactly. So what does that mean? I get it! Your body won't come back to life anymore. The moment the Temsic fragment was removed, my shell became a regular corpse. So, let's see. That means we can go back? Back to 4 minutes before your death?
But wait a minute. Exactly when is that death?
That's simple. We'll find out. When we get there, let's move.
Oh, it's going.
Oh, we're going. Oh no.
I fell back through the cracks of time for what seemed like forever, and then I saw it. The final death at the end of this long night. Who exactly am I? I've already seen all of the clues. All I have to do now is remember. The final journey to the truth starts now.
Oh. 5:10 to 4:02 a.m. Oh no.
Oh, we're in it.
We're in it. Are we going?
Got boots.
Huh?
The fucking Yomiel bot has boots.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, let's save it. We going? We just going, right?
I hate to cut it short, but if we go, like, that's it. That's
it?
the final sprint to the end, isn't it?
Pretty much.
Okay, then I mean, it's a little bit short, but yeah. I guess we'll resolve this next time then.
Next time.
We'll be back.